Hey everybody, Andy's guitar chart videos here, free guitar chart videos. We have a couple of charts to talk about. Chart 51 here is, it looks like it's dealing with the modal scale stack start points. These come from this right here, this I call it the long open capo pattern stack. Alright, I'm going to zoom in because we've been having a little bit of resolution issues, but we're going to make it as clear as possible. And you can also select closed captions or something if you want, and select video quality, but I think if your video player is on automatic, it should choose the this one's hopefully going in 1080, so we'll see what happens. They have been looking good, the videos themselves, when I play them on my computer, so they should be pretty good quality. Anyway, what we have here isn't that detailed, so I'm zooming in anyway to keep to be safe. This is the long open capo pattern stack. What it means, long? Why long? Long because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 frets is long, okay, as compared to 1, 2, 3, 4 frets, but this is long too. These are extra long, okay, and this is long actually. And when you look at just the 2, 3, let's square this off here. When we look at the S3S, the stack of 3 short, S stands for short, right over here. That's a short interval for a pattern. That S3S and the S2L, okay, this is the S4L is the entire thing up here, including the 7R2 and the 2, 3, 4. But remember, these guys, the S3, it isn't written here, but these guys here are the basic building blocks. The basic building blocks right there, 6, 7R, 3, 4, 5 is the S2L, and the S3S is 2, 3, 5, 6 R2 for the pentatonic caged positions, and that is for the scales, not just the chords. My guitar's down tuned to C, so but it's the same shape. It goes C, A, and then G. That's not an easy one. Then E shape, and then D shape. That's the caged shapes, all the same key. In this, in my case, it's the key of A flat. Okay, turn it up a little bit. It's the key of A flat because I'm down C tuned. So believe it or not, when you play an E on your guitar, okay, and you go to the C position, okay, that's really down 2 whole steps. Well, down 2 whole steps from C is A flat. So this was kind of a bummer when I first down tuned to C, so I could go like, but it was a bummer when I went to the C shape. So, but get back to what we were talking about. These shapes here, this right here, S3S here, without the 4 and the 7, and the S2L here, are the only two building blocks for the cage shapes. That's an S2L, that's an S3S, and that's the bottom part of an S2L. So remember, C starts on a 3 to 5, right? In the E position, tuning rather, it'd be E to G, 3 to 5 of the key of C, right? So 3, 5, 6, C, 6 root, E, G, A, C. Okay, so that's, you just put together those. Now we get over to this now, and what happened? How did we come up with this? Well, what had happened was, using only the S2Ls and the S2Ls and the S3Ls only. What I did was, from the pentatonic I added the 4 and the 7, and the S2L, they fall in the middle there, and the S3L, they make a 7 and an L here, right? So there it is, 7 and the fourth, we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 R2. Okay, combine that with the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 root. Now I had to hit the warp there. Okay. That was a little music there. I had to hit the warp there. If the bottom string is string 1, and then the next string up is string 2, and the next string up, so the bass string being string 1, and the top string being string 6. That's the way I count them. Then there's a tuning warp of only a third. It's a tuning of a down tuning of only a third between the 4th and the 5th string. So coming up on the let's say the D shape there, what we were playing, it sounds like Marlboro. Almost. And the reason why it sounds like Marlboro is because it takes a little extra moment to go through the warp. So, but that gives you the characteristic D shape. Anyway, but the patterns are the same. So these are the only two patterns you need to make the cage shapes. It's just, where are you starting from? So that brings us, let's say, well, there's the pattern stack, but we're not there yet. We got a little bit of ways to go before we get there. So taking the S2Ls and the S3Ls, I call them long because from the 4 to the 7 is a long. It's a 4 guy. It's not like 2, 3, 5, 6 R2 in the pentatonics. Now we're talking diatonics. Major scales, minor modes, the full modal scale starting on different scale degrees here. Okay, so this is the short barred pattern stack. The reason it's called barred is because it's usually played from the bar. Okay, the problem is it goes to the left, and if this finger bar is the capo or the fret nut down here, you have to use this big pattern here, the long open capo pattern stack.